On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, it is a Despicable Me 4 full Happy Meal collection. That's right, more Happy Meal back at Squirrel Stampede in less than a month. Now we're collecting minions. We've got Mega Minions to look for, we've got AVL Minions to look for, we've got regular Minions to look for, and they have a special feature of mixing and matching, which is going to be pretty interesting if you can collect many of them. And it looks like Minion Squirrel down there with his Squinions wants to start something up with the Happy Meal Minions, so I hope everything is okay there. So follow on in as we go through the collection of 10, see if we pull your favorite minion in the new movie, and see if hopefully we can mix and match everything safely without turning us into a minion. Uh-oh.
Squirrel Stampede!
Please like,
Share! And Squirrel Live!
So last week when we checked out Happy Meal, it was like Squirrel Stampede of old school, and even the Inside Out 2 figures were still packed in plastic baggies. But most common now in the future, the year 2000, Happy Meal is in boxes. This is my first Squirrel Stampede unboxing of Happy Meal boxes. That's gotta be weird, but I really like them. I like the idea. Not just because they're self-sustaining recyclable materials and all that paperish things. They just look darn better in boxes. So we'll start with number 1. It's Ralph. Each minion packed, twisted perfectly with paper tissue, protected from scratching, protected from bouncing around. Nice and clean. I swear, this must cost a lot more than the plastic baggies. So it's minion number 1, Ralph. Oh, this brings me back to the Happy Meal Minion days. Most of my Happy Meal Minions have gone off to new worlds. They have disappeared and moved on out. So I can't really do any compare and contrast today with them. But what I do say, is that these are the best looking Happy Meal Minions I've ever seen. So these are void of an action feature and more of a group feature going with a mix and match ability. You can pop their heads off and then switch and match. And they do so rather easily. There's a little bit of emptiness in there and a little emptiness in there, so if you wish you could even hide secret notes inside. As for direct to print work, if you can see, they directly printed the minion goggle, their smile, hair on top of this top pill piece, and it looks so sharp. It's really clean. A little bit of banding in the print around the band, but for the most part, it's just looking awesome. And the more of these we'll collect, the better, the more fun of create your own minion stance, right? So happy to see a Ralph. It's going to be a challenge to remember who's who on some of these, but we do have the boxes to help us out. A one ocular minion with the short, spiky hair. Alright, who's next? How did I set these up? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and over here 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go with number 2, that's Ron. And maybe a little helpful guide on the side there to tell you who goes to where and whose name is what. Hello, Ron. Minion Ron here, double Oculus with the spiked short haircut and hands at the hips. Pretty self-minion-splanatory. I think we got that down. So a quick mix and match. Let's do a quick mix and match of Ron and Ralph. That was too easy. What do you think about that? And in this case, you know, their coveralls are almost identical. They're not Mega, they're not AVL dressed, so you're just kind of switching faces with them. Maybe if you wanted Ralph to have the hands at his side and Ron to have the hands out. Or wait, was that the other way around? I'm already getting them confused. I'm just really impressed with the direct prints going on. They look really cool. So 3 is our friend, oh, we've got a Mega Minion Gus on the table. First Mega Minion. These will be sought after in the Happy Meal for sure. If you get a Mega Minion, there's only 5 of them out of the 10. So you got a 50-50 chance of a Mega Minion. And then you're going to be like mega excited like I am. Box art looking good. For some reason, Mel keeps reminding me of Vampire Minion from years ago. I think it must be the cape. It's got like that vampire-y cape look, right? So Mega Gus, here I always try to remember him as a gust of wind as he flies up into the sky. It'll be curious to how to see that work in the movie. Now this print isn't as dark. You can see some of the banding on some of them probably didn't print so well as others. The goggles are okay, but the band isn't too dark compared to the first 2 we opened. But just like the others, mix and match, hide secret messages inside, And it's nice with the Mega Minions. You get something a little more special with the cape and our wiggly, stretchy arms are big sized. We'll see how the others turn out to be. Oh, I don't know I like you being up there, Gus. That's kind of dangerous. So it's Pit Crew Ron number 4 is next, and my Minion reviews are starting to get a little bit mixed up, but upcoming we have plush Minions too, and we found a super rare Minion plush Ron. Where did he go? So the plush review upcoming is either going to be next after the Happy Meal review or after the review of the Happy Meal Minions. If that makes any sense. So these have been really fun too, so keep an eye out for these. But we're on Happy Meal today. Happy Meal boxes, Pit Crew Ron. Probably like a really uniquest Minion in the collection, maybe? Because you have a whole bunch of Mega Minions, and then you have a few regular, and then you have a few AVLs. And Pit Crew Ron is like the only one who's got this special thing going. So Pit Crew Ron, who we just saw actually, where did he go? Back here. Ron has 2 different forms in Minion Happy Meal. Although Pit Crew Ron's hair is not shown because Pit Crew Ron has a hat. I feel like we're doing the chicken nugget collection, which I so wish I didn't miss out on last year. I almost jumped back in at that point for Happy Meal, but I just didn't have the time. So Ron, Pit Crew Ron, and of course Mix and Match. I love the little extra hat accessory they gave this one. Really makes it a unique and vibrant standout red Minion for your collection. There's several other Pit Crew Ron things out there. It'd be fun to kind of know what's going to happen with him. Oh Gus, I thought you were going to fall by now. Number 5, AVL Jerry with a Squinion on top. Ah, mighty Squinions. So this is AVL Jerry before AVL gets meganized. Did I say AVL gets meganized? That made no sense. When Jerry gets mega formed. When Jerry gets Mega Minioned. And some rolling off of more tissue paper. I'm so glad they kept them nice and safe with paper so that we cannot see any too much scratch work on them. They all have a scan to play, by the way, and the secret code for this one, whatever that means, is 751. I'll have to get into that a little bit later. But ABL Jerry here, he just looks thrilled to be here. Almost wearing a suit from the airline industry. It feels like very much a pilot or someone on board an aircraft. Jerry is quite unamused, but I like that. His goggle print was pretty good. It's got a nice, thick, bold line going around the back. It usually stops, whoa, there he goes. Usually stops in the middle there on the back, his arms behind his hands, and quick little ability to mix and match. So our first AVL Jerry out. And as you see these more, you can remember, well, Jerry has the one eye. And again, we can use these boxes for quick identifications. Good to see you, Jerry. And Minion Gus, you're still up there. Okay, so we gotta go with 6 now. 6. Pop goes the balloon. We've got another Mega Minion. It might be the largest in the collection for box sizes. Mel at 7, pretty close. Mega Jerry at 10, also close. Ralph at 1, not so close. So yeah, 6 here. Mega Dave is going to be your largest box, but will it be the largest Minion? I don't know. That is one large Twinkie. One large giant Minion inside there. And out goes Dave. Well, Dave's a little silly. Dave might be a little constrained by the look of the mix and match because he has to match back down to the body size. And that gives him kind of a flat look on the head. He's very flat on the front there. So he's a little bit off. This one's probably the weirdest one so far. Not all of these have turned out perfect, but it's still such a great concept. So if we wanted to flip him back into a suit, we can take mix with AVL Jerry here and to now get him into an AVL suit. So Dave looking weird in suits. The more of these, the fun you're gonna have in mix and match. But his Mega Minionness, it's a little bit odd how this one turned out to be. He does certainly have some scale of size though in girth. Not really exactly in height, but in girth. That was 6, so 7, one of my favorites, Mega Mel. If you're a Cyclops fan, Mega Mel is going to be on your team. You can tell by the width of the box, there might be some Oculus length to those goggles too. Goggles. goggle. What? I don't know. Hey, Mel. Oh, there it is. Mel certainly has some Oculus extension. He's like his own goggle. On his head is his own thing. Ha! Zipper on back. Did I notice that with Dave? Dave didn't have a zipper. Whoop, there goes Dave. He's just so big. They missed Dave's zipper, and I think Gus up there did not have a zipper either visible because of his cape. Good looking blaster though. Woo! Woo! Yee! That'll be fun to see. Good looking Mel. And who else do we have? Number 8. Oh, I think probably another favorite for me. I think Mega Tim is actually my favorite. I kind of cycled through who's who. I'm sure once we catch the movie and see what these guys are going to do, I'll pick a favorite at that point. But I kind of like Tim quite a bit. It took a while to find his action figure. His Lego figure turned out fantastic. And each time I see him represented, I'm having fun. So let's see how they represented him in Happy Meal. He's all tied up with his arms, giving himself a big hug. Not exactly how I would have wanted to see him. There's no real play with his extension, bendable Mr. Fantastic arms. They're just all wrapped around his body. I mean, good for mixing and matching, of course. They're all going to be mixable. But, you know, I was hoping to have a little more fun with like an arm that would move out. I don't know. That would have been hard to do. He does have a zipper on his back, though, so they got that right. Of course, it's not perfectly lined up with his goggle seam. That might keep you up at night. But Tim is still one of my faves. I like his face. Got a kind of a Homer Simpson look right now with the suit. Of course, some of these have a great Homer Simpson look with the roundish, balding yellow head. I see Homer lots in the eyes, but oh, it's fun. Tim, almost to the end. It goes so quick. I forgot the joys of Happy Meal reviews, the funness, all the variety. So AVL Dave before he gets all balloony. Oh my, Dave looking good with those shades. Possibly the most boldest of print, but even if you can see those shades, you can still see his eyes looking through underneath. Very layered. That's an incredible print for a toy that feeds you just a small circular chip of a hamburger and like 5 fries, like 4, maybe 3 to 4 pieces of apple, and a small drink. Still a good snack when you're on a hurry though. Huh, nice parted hair, Dave. That looks good. So Dave and Mega Dave here. Shall we switch them up? Shall we switch them up real quick? Really got to get him on straight to get a nice clean hug. Well, I got him jammed, and now he's jammed into his suit. And that looks so cheesy. That doesn't even look like the same Minion, does it? What's going to happen? Oh my. Well, let's mix and match back. Oh, I really got that jammed. There is, well, feels like you could really go at any angle. Maybe it's just his giant balloonishness. So looking good, Dave, for number 9 in the suit is fine. And our final Minion of today. What a group. Oh, Dave loves to fall back there. He just keeps rolling on his own body. I think you're going to see more of that with Jerry, obviously. Jerry the Thing. Going to take off down the table. Surprised this box isn't a little more perfect square. We'll see how they did him. I think if I recall, he looks funny from the displayer at the restaurant. Okay. Oh my, he does look funny. Usually when you see Jerry, he's more in a full-on round ball, round boulder rolly than he is in this form. But again, this is the mix and match. Some of the mix and match won't always make everybody perfect, but you still want to have this guy to throw around in your Minion Happy Meal collection. That looks pretty good though. He's got a lot of rock cracking on his head there, his stonework, and the one goggle eye and coveralls. This will be the only one that he'll look kind of funny with the others mixed because of the stonework on his arms. It'll be like, this Minion over here. So if you were to switch with, I don't know, I forgot who this is already. If you were to switch there, it looks a little odd because he's just about slowly forming into a giant. Of rocket proportions. Okay, so there is everyone in the collection looking good. Oh, Gus! Oh, Gus! He finally fell off the top of the building. Oh, gosh. Here is the full collection. Gus, okay, where's Gus? Gus is standing over here. He's not gonna fall on anyone. I'm gonna stand by. This is my favorite Minion collection from Happy Meal yet, just because everything has been standardized into one theme. Think before we had giggling Minions, which were okay, and Minions with the strange features. It's kind of fun to have a whole group of mix and match. I'll be able to take these and place them in a fun bin, have by a screen or in a family room to pop open, share, play, throw around with everyone in the room for a good time. And they display well good on a shelf too. And that is the Despicable Me 4 Happy Meal collection. What do you think? Pretty interesting when they're all mixed up and matched. If you like today's video, please give us a squike, squirrel live, a squammet, your favorite Mega Minion or other Minions you're seeing from Despicable Me 4. Don't forget we have Squirrel Stampede merch out like t-shirts, water bottles, and a plush Landry. Thank you again for watching. That's what I have to say about that. Now with fear, he's clear.